This is the Negro Ninja. And before we start this video, make sure y'all check out the t-shirts in the description. Thank you. This is the Negro Ninja. And today I have a Reddit story for y'all. And y'all know I love Reddit because that is one of the few places to where I can actually find people that can relate to the shit I be talking about. Okay. So I stumbled across a Reddit. Okay, and it's not a video this time. They probably don't got the guts to put this on YouTube. But it's basically titled, "What if I reported a gay guy for harassment at work?" Okay. And he says that he's a 20-year-old male and he gets mistaken for being gay a lot. He's not quite sure 100% why, but according to his Rainbow Zombie friends, he just give off that type of vibe. Okay. So you can tell that he's, not seasoned with, being harassed. Okay. Because the truth is, no gay person thinks you're gay. They know what the fuck you are, which is why they fucking with you. Okay. The whole point of gayness is to corrupt. And them saying you just come off as gay is gaslighting. The game is to get him to think, maybe you're right. Maybe I should, that's what they want him to say. All right. But he seems to be very tough because none of that shit is working on him. But he's just naive. Okay, so anyway, for the past 6 years or so, he's been asked out by a lot of gay men. And he's also gotten very good at explaining that he's not actually gay to those who ask him out. Some of those niggas that ask him out have even become very good friends of his. That's what he said. A few weeks ago, hold on. A colleague of his asked him out. Okay. He gave him his standard, "Oh, I'm really flattered, but I'm not gay" talk. And he seemed to understand. Let me tell you something about homosexuals. They don't give a fuck about what is going on. It's about what they want. Okay, as you're going to see. Well, as he sees throughout this story that he's explaining. Okay, they don't got respect for nothing. But makes you think they just go, "Oh, you're not gay? Oh." They don't give a fuck. Okay. Anyway, he seemed to understand, but last week he asked that nigga out again and said that there was no way in hell this nigga was straight. And once again, that's the gaslighting. He said he was a bit more stern this time in explaining that he's not gay and that he should drop it. And he also blocked his number when he wouldn't stop texting him at random times throughout the week. Did I tell you? Okay, Rainbow Zombies can't take no for an answer. Okay, they already couldn't take what God made them for an answer. So what you think they gonna think about you? Okay, so let's see. Yesterday at work when he saw him again and he asked the dude out again, he said this time he didn't sugarcoat it and told him flat out it's not gonna happen. And again, he didn't get the message. Once again, you got to realize that homosexuals basically live their lives just blasphemy. And everything they do is disrespectful. That's why God called them an abomination. Okay. Like I said, if you know you fucked up in life, if God turned you over to that shit. Okay, read Romans. Anyway. And he didn't get the message. He managed to find my Discord. Well, he said he managed to find his Discord. The gay managed to find his Discord. And he was texting him throughout while he was, he was texting through that while he was gaming after work, which is when he started to get angry. Okay, he had enough of this homosexual shit. He said he texted him back saying to stop contacting him, and then he blocked him. To give some reason as to why he thinks that he might be AH. He said he's autistic and notoriously bad with flirting. So it's entirely possible that he was flirting when they first met, but he said he had no idea. But to him, it looked like he was at least open and receptive to the idea of possibly flirting back. I'm telling you, bro, they don't give a fuck. Okay, they just push boundaries. That's what narcissists do. All rainbow zombies are narcissists. Okay. They don't give a fuck. They're just like people at your job ask you the same shit over and over when you just said, "Leave me alone." And I suspect, like I said, I suspect that everybody, I think most people are just gay. That's why I don't really find myself getting along with too many people and it's constant arguments 24/7 with most people. Anyway, he said, and secondly, he didn't want to put this guy in hot water over something like this. It's almost Christmas, and with COVID, finding a new job that is as safe and well paying as theirs is quite difficult. See, he's an empath. Okay, see, when you give a fuck about people, you don't really be trying to destroy them that much. Okay, but it's going to become a time to where you have to destroy people. Okay, it's going to happen. You're going to have to be ruthless. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get extra ruthless. I want to be more ruthless than Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. Anyway, he also never had to deal with anything like this before. Okay, he says he's a straight white male here. And all of this is uncharted territory for him. Okay, so Reddit, WIBTA. Okay, he said edit. He wanted to clear a few things up. First off, he used Discord for work. So anybody finding him on there was probably not that difficult. Secondly, he received clarification from one of his Rainbow Zombie friends about why he gets mistaken for being a Rainbow Zombie a lot. Once again, they don't like people know how you roll. They know what time it is. Okay, I was talking to a bisexual bitch on Omegle 2 days ago. I said, "Can you guess my sexuality?" She said, "I know you're straight. I can tell by how you talk. I can tell by your demeanor." I'm like, finally somebody. I'm like, I notice how you think. So people just know. So anyway, she's like, I can tell by the shit you talk about. Anyway, so he says apparently he's very attractive to a lot of gay men. All gay men want straight men. The more masculine you are, the more they want you. Okay, it's, it's a narcissistic thing. The more big and impressive you are, the more they want to take you down because they think it's impressive. Okay, they're no different than people that hunt majestic beasts. Anyway, in addition to that, he's a friendly guy and a little bit naive at times. Clearly, we can see this by your damn story. All of a sudden, this combines into a lot of people thinking that he's a Rainbow Zombie, not just Rainbow Zombie man. Okay, now once again, this is everybody gaslighting him. Okay, the people that he think is not gay is gay because they think he's gay. It's just gaslighting. Remember all the harassment stories I was telling y'all about? And especially when the gang stalking was really at an all-time high. And I was saying that I swear this dude was straight. He got kids. I never had any issue with him. Then sometimes, just out the blue, when this gay person over there is fucking with you, all of a sudden, he just... I'm like, but I was positive that you were straight. Okay, and then it just being... I'm like, maybe he don't know that he's doing something stupid, but the devil just... Okay, and for all he know, he probably never did nothing gay into his head. He just probably don't believe in God. And once you don't believe in God, you pretty much a done deal. Satan just snatch you up by his tail. But like the way this dude was acting that I swear was straight, it's like he had no clue that he was even acting the way he was acting. This shit crazy. That's why I like being around people that worship God. Anyway, he says, he said this gay guy told him that he is a straight man trapped in a very gay body. See, that's the shit I'm talking about right there. Constant gaslighting. All right, and to continue his paragraph, he says, and to those who are wondering why I haven't reported him already, he says he lived his whole life by the whole treat others how you want to be treated thing. And once again, this is how they bind the righteous. Okay, very naive. Okay, now if you want to clarify what Jesus is talking about when he says treat those how you want to be treated, that means if you don't want to get slapped in the face, you don't slap motherfuckers in the face. Okay, it don't mean that you just sit there and you just take stuff just because you don't want it to happen to you. That's cowardice. All right, that's how the world taught him. If Jesus came here himself and clarified that to him, I guarantee you he wouldn't tell him nothing weak like that. Okay, Jesus is the type of dude that whoops people's asses at a church for disrespecting, God like that, just disrespecting the concept of a church. Okay, was Jesus thinking, I don't want to be hit with no whip? He was thinking, I'm going to beat the crap out y'all for doing this here. You don't turn church into money changing. Anyway, and he said because of his autism, he want others to treat him with a lot of patience. Yeah, he gonna have to get out of he gonna have to get out of his self too much. He's a little too into himself. All right, he's just not really thinking logical, like a lot of people. So he said he want others to treat him with a lot of patience. Just because you treat other motherfuckers good, I mean you're gonna be treated good. You got to respond in kind, nigga. So anyway, he says so generally he has a lot of patience for things like this. Plus, with how crazy the world is these days, being kind to somebody who probably doesn't deserve it is a very welcome change of pace. And like I said, I don't give a fuck about nothing he just said in that last sentence. All right. Now, he clearly has a long way to go because he seems like the type that is complaining about this. But I guarantee you, if I was to give my input on it, he'll probably tell me, hey, man, you need to chill out. Gay people are not evil. He'll probably side with them motherfuckers when I'm telling him the real deal about it. So that's the type of stuff I'm paranoid. I mean, that not paranoid, but I wouldn't trust when it comes to stuff like this. Like he needs more conviction, okay, on why he doesn't like this. He needs more conviction. It seems like he is once again, like he don't really seem to really have a real high understanding of God and his word or whatever. Okay, especially since he said he's friends with gays. Okay, so yeah, let me read a couple of comments that they said. Okay, people are basically sympathizing and saying he should not be harassed. Okay, and even so-called rainbow zombies that's commenting saying that it's wrong. But they're not really destroying them like I wanted to. So I'm trying to find some comments. Yeah, everybody's in agreement with him. They just don't like it though. But I think he needs more conviction. But like I said, not everybody's on the same level when it comes to understanding God's word. He'll get it. Okay. All right. But that just goes to show you. I'm trying to tell people they don't give a fuck. They bar none. Like gay people, okay, are going to harass. It's just what they do. Okay. Now this is video is really for the newcomers because people that fuck with me understand this already. Okay, and they had similar issues anyway. But I was just harassed by people on JoJo Siwa's page because I was telling her, I was like, come on, JoJo, really? Damn well you ain't no Rainbow Zombie. I got on her for her Rainbow Zombie relationship. I said, what about that time you dated this one nigga? Okay, you kept him a secret for a while. Now all of a sudden you don't keep this girl a secret. You just let everybody know. And I bet you this shit lasts longer than your straight relationship. And like I said, I wasn't really trying to get at the girl because I genuinely do like JoJo Siwa. I love JoJo Siwa. All right. But I just know that she was sold into wickedness. Okay, because if you watch Abby Lee's Ultimate Dance Competition and see how she was acting on that and how she was acting on Dance Moms, got dang well that little girl is not, well, that woman is not gay. I don't know what contract clause got her to do this shit here, but this ain't natural. That ain't right. Okay, celebrities truly do sell their souls. This shit is crazy. And I just gave my piece on it. And before you know it, gay people just bombard you. Okay, it's just gay nature to try to bury the truth. Okay, and then they came on my Instagram and flagged every story that was controversial about homosexuals. Just out the blue. Like literally every story. They flag in every comment. They'll argue with you. Say the dumbest shit. And then when you get back with them, okay, everything you say gonna get flagged. While they say dumb shit to you that don't get flagged. Okay, why don't Instagram or YouTube ever just take into consideration that the algorithm of somebody flagging another person is just flat out bullying? They don't give a fuck. Okay, but you have to bend over backwards just to get one motherfucker flag, even if they doing you wrong by taking your video or something. You gotta, I'm telling you, man. Sometimes they won't even do shit about it. All right, the world is built for narcissists. It's built for rainbow zombies. They the same thing. All right. Then it gets to the point to where I'm talking to some young chicks on my Instagram live. Okay, I see that they go live and I go to see them. I'm like, hey, what's up? They wave at me. And then they request me to join. Okay, and then the typical thing goes, I'm flirting with them as usual. Somehow those same motherfuckers from JoJo Siwa's page. Okay, now once again, I never really had issues with JoJo Siwa. These are just her gay fans. Okay, and these same motherfuckers would not even fuck with this girl before she decided to enter into the Skittles kingdom. They weren't fucking with her like that. I'm like, y'all the same motherfucker that was trolling her for that Black Lives Matter thing when she put up a black square. And y'all was giving her flack about that. I bet y'all the same motherfuckers. No, he wasn't. I'm like, bullshitting. Bullshit. Okay. So they see me. What you doing talking to these young girls? You too old to be talking to her. You about 40 years old talking to a young girl. And then they started screen recording saying they're going to send it to the FBI. Now, this is not something that's uncommon because people always do that shit. They'll screen record it and they'll hate on me and then they'll say, I'm going to send it to the FBI. But the Rainbow Zombies was more relentless. Well, they was always gay anyway. But this was like a whole army coming from a celebrities page. And then they even had my IP address. We got your IP address. I'm like, what you gonna do? Come over here and get your ass beat? Okay. They were just off the chain, just demonic. Okay, and then of course the bitches that I was talking to was just as dumb, because hoes is always defending the most wicked thing. Okay, but it's stupid. Like gay people are relentless. How the fuck do they get away with these things? Like people see stupidity and they only care about how you respond to it. Don't call them the F word. That's like me saying nigga. I said, bitch, I will call you a cracker. Say nigga if you want to. I don't give a fuck. I will call you a cracker, Miss Leviticus 13:30. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. Fuck you. If you're even thinking that, watching this shit. Okay. Okay. Then it just get to a whole nother debate. I'm like, bitch, black people ain't no abomination. You rainbow zombie, what those rainbow zombies are. And, you know, they kind of shut up a little bit. But it was just real stupid, though. Yeah, but for the most part, you know, I just had to make this video just to just document all this dumb shit that be happening, you know, just so I don't forget it anyway. Yeah, but these are the most hateful creatures in existence because you, like I said, well, like God says, if you read Romans, let's read the Romans real quick. Uh, God delivered them to a reprobate mind, King James version, and I'm gonna explain that a little bit. All right. So Romans 1:27 through 29, and this is the King James. And likewise, also the men leaving their natural use of the woman, burned in their lust towards one another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error which was met. Okay, so they're very narcissistic. They're just doing everything God tell them not to. All right, so 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do these things which are not convenient. Okay, you play with God, he just hand you right over to the devil. Being, this is 29, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness. Once again, I don't know how to say this word. What is COVETUOUSNESS, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, and whispers. And that's what it's like talking to them. There's nothing that you can say, sir, I didn't try to offend you. I just like coochie. They take it and take it all over here. I'm like, look, I didn't. First of all, I'm just minding my own business. I ain't even saying shit to y'all motherfuckers. Y'all come over here fucking with me. And they just stupid. And that's because Satan has their mind. And once again, Solomon once binded Satan with a ring. He said, what the hell do you do? He says he turns niggas over to sodomy. Satan himself said it. Read the Testament of Solomon. Read it. Okay. And gay people are just as oppressive as Satan because that is literally him. Okay, so just think about, like, say for instance, a wizard, a warlock. They the same too. They using Satan's powers to cast lightning and fireballs and stuff. Okay, versus you, if you have the Holy Spirit, that's flat out God. Okay, and everything you do is going to be very liberating and uplifting and inspirational. Okay, that's because God is working his way in you. Like even with Samson, despite all the sin Samson did, everything he did was liberating. His actions was actually freeing his people. Okay, from oppression, slaying 1,000 niggas with a donkey bone. I don't know how much more liberating you can get, than that right there in the physical realm. Okay, gay people, they do not let straight movement take off. As y'all remember when we was on here looking at some hoes, just minding our own Negro business with no controversy. I would hold a chick up to the screen and say, what y'all think about her? And y'all would give me some chicks to look at. We vibing. Okay, and once again, this pretty much proves something. It's all about energy. The positivity we was getting from that shit. Okay, once again, it goes up to the atmosphere. And it could just be disrupting stuff wherever you was at too. Gay people see that? Flag. It didn't last 10 minutes if they were seeing it. Okay. Whatever you're trying to do that is beneficial, they make sure it don't get off the ground. All right, and that's why I don't take hoes lightly. Like, they have to hate rainbow zombies. Okay, bitch, you have to hate rainbow zombies if you thinking of being my wife. Okay, and that's just final. And that's all I got to say for this rant since it's 22 minutes. And this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.